welcome back to another Chart Nerd TA update. I'm going to be diving into some EVERDOME TA today and taking off where I last left on my last video. So I think from yesterday, I mentioned that from this local high, okay, retracing back down to this low here, I said that you come down to the 0618, and if you do hold that as support, equally the 20 EMA, okay, you could be looking for a retest of potentially coming back up to 0.00305, where you actually found this level of resistance and have come back for support. So as long as we can continue to hold this 20 EMA as it's coming up here and let it sort of, you know, come back to it for support and push you back up for a breakout, okay, and retest this local high, then I think in the near short term, that's how things are potentially going to be looking. Closing above 0.00232 today, and this 0382 fib right here, closing above that would be a good sort of indicator that you are going to come up and you are going to retest it. And at the same time, for me, I think what you've got is this 55 creeping down on your heads. And I think ever since, I think you may come into contact with that, okay? I think that's what EVERDOME's trying to do. It's broke the 20, okay? When you break the 20, the next target is the 55, okay, if that's coming down above your heads. So what I wanted to look at here is the last few times EVERDOME, once it has got back above this 20, this yellow line, once it's got back above it and held it, okay, what it's done, I'm going to show you now, has always retested this 55. Wherever it is, in this downtrend that we've had, whenever we have got back above the yellow, we have retested this daily 55. So if we look back quickly here, okay, you could see that even though it was very short-lived, okay, once EVERDOME, it came up to the 20, got rejected, but once it broke above the 20, it came up and met the 55, okay, just like it did here. It found a low here, it coiled up to the 20, got rejected, but it broke out of the 20 and it met the 55. Okay, so the last two times that it's happened where you've closed above the daily 20 EMA, you have automatically gone up to the 55. So right now it's the same happening here, where we're closing above the 20 and we're just looking now to get that push up to the 55. If we do, again, as I said, you'd be retesting resistance, okay, at 0.00308, and that at that point, EVERDOME makes a decision, in my eyes. The last two times it has met the 55, it's been pushed back down quite vigorously. So, guys, it's just to take this with this pump here with caution. Okay, it's good structure. It's nice to see that we've found some sort of potential low, and as I said, you've got this ascending level of support here. Okay, so if you was to come up and roll down, do something like this, you know, and hold this support and then get your breakout, all is fair and well. Okay, but this 55 and the retracement up to this high, okay, tie in very nicely, and it's a high probability that you are going to start to sort of work your way towards that. And at that point, that's where I think EVERDOME will come into a decision, you know, whether it's just going to get shoved down even further, another 40-50%, or whether that this is actually the time for a low and an accumulation before you get your, you know, your continuation back out of here and coming back up to old prices, you know, from many moons ago. So for me, guys, just to take away a few things to take away before I go. So ultimately, I am looking for this 55 retest. We're getting confirmational support off the 20 EMA, confirmational support on the 0618 retracement here, multiple closes on that and looking to push above. Right now, closing above these three candles right here is bullish, and it just means that you're coming up to retest these ones, okay? And for me, my technical targets to the upside, okay, as I said, are the daily 55 as my first target. And potentially what I think may happen, if you break this high, you're looking to retest the 1272. So if Dome started to do something like this, it broke out, come back for support, coiled up, and then retested this high, came back for another low and broke it, I think you'll be looking for an impulsive move up to the 1272, which is just shy of the the 55 daily EMA. Okay, so in the short term, that's my targets. Okay, that's my bullish targets in the short term. Stay above 0.0191, okay, closing above that. You can come back down to that as support, but as long as it holds and starts to get continuation, then you're okay. You do not want to lose this one fib down here and this 0618, otherwise you'll be heading for further retracement. Right now, looking at this though, just before I go, what we need to see confirmation of for definite is a close higher than these two closes here. Okay, because if we do something like this, where we come up and this is a high and we start getting rejected and coming back down, you can see that you've got a descending level of support, and potentially all you're doing right now is forming a descending triangle. Okay, and where if you lose this support, you're going short and you're coming back down to these lows here. Okay, so we need a close, guys. We need a close above 0.00255. We need to come up here and start to close above these candles. Okay, just to get the confirmation, we're going to retest this high, potentially retest this daily 55, and maybe get a bit of overextension up to the 1272 for a technical target there. Okay, and it'd be lovely if we did do that, if we did see something like this where we pushed up to that level, because as I said, you've got a low, you got a high. Okay, you got a higher low, you got a higher high, you got a higher low, you get a higher high. Okay, and this is bullish market structure. You're working up in waveforms, you know, trying to retrace back to where you came from. So for me, guys, as I said, in the near short term, I'm looking for that push up to the daily 55, where I expect us to meet resistance, potentially come for a pullback, and then it's all about holding this low here. If we do get that pump up to that 55 meters resistance, you know, you're going to look to come back and retest this neckline here as support for further continuation to the uptrend. That's my bullish scenario. Okay, pushing up to that 55. Just keep an eye on that, guys, and keep an eye on your charts. Okay, making sure that we eventually do see a close above the 0618 key area to close above. Again, if you start to close above that and confirming this area of support, you're looking for that push up, aren't you? Okay, and meeting that 55 in my eyes. Bearish scenario, before I go, retracing from here to there. For me, if we get rejected at this level right now, and you come down like this and put in a lower high and come down like this, and you keep putting in lower highs, okay, you're getting depleting buying pressure. You're potentially forming a descending triangle, and you'll have a technical target from there to there. And you can see that if we did lose the 0618, as I said, you're coming back down to retest these lows here and this one fib at 0.00149. Okay, guys, so it's all about putting in a higher high than this. If you see DOME come up and close higher than this candle, okay, it's confirmation you're looking to retest the 55. If DOME fails to put in a higher high and puts in a lower high than this, you've got depleting buying pressure and potentially the formation of a descending triangle, which if you lose support, you're coming down and retesting these lows down here. Okay, so for me, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's content. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Until next time, on my next update on EVERDOME, I hope everybody enjoyed. Take care. Peace out.